Hello everybody, I'm Mark Beachy with the Maryland Theater Guide, broadcasting to you live from the new location of the Everyman Theatre at 315 West Fayette Street in Baltimore. As you know, the Everyman Theatre has been around quite a while, but now they're in a new location which is absolutely beautiful, and we are covering the ribbon cutting ceremony. Now, just so you know, there are other inaugural events that you can go see. Inaugural opening night is January the 18th, so you can join Everyman for that. You can also join the grand opening gala on January the 19th, and on January 20th is the Founders Brunch. Now, as you know, the Maryland Theater Guide is having our Reader's Choice Awards, and the Everyman Theater is nominated for quite a few, including Best Theater, Best Play for Heroes, Best Director of a Play, and that's Donald Hicken for Heroes. And Beth Hilton as Sarah in Time Stands Still is nominated for Best Performance by a Lead Actress in a Play. And there are several other nominations. And it's not too late for you to vote. So to go vote, you just go to www.mdtheaterguide.com. Now, in just a few minutes, we will have the ribbon cutting ceremony. The Mayor of Baltimore is here, other dignitaries, and of course many of the actors. Just right over here, the Vivian Shub and all sorts of fantastic Baltimore icon actors are here to help cover the event and help celebrate this wonderful, wonderful occasion. A band from the Baltimore School for the Arts is also over here. They're getting ready to play to help celebrate us. And just a beautiful day in Baltimore. It is a little bit rainy, but luckily the weather has held up just enough so we can have this event outside. Just get a nice pan. We have the horses, the mounted horses. We have the beautiful building. And you won't be able to see it on camera, but right at the top there's an E, because this used to be an old vaudeville house, and the name of it began with an E, but ironically, it just works out perfectly as an E for Everyman Theatre. So just sit tight. The ribbon cutting ceremonies will happen in just a few minutes. And I'm just going to let our cameraman David just pan around so you can get an idea of what's happening right now. All right. The arts are indeed alive and well in Baltimore, as you can see. This is just a beautiful day in Baltimore, and we want to thank them for helping us celebrate this wonderful location. Again, just go ahead and do a pan to show everybody the nice crowd that has gathered to help celebrate this occasion. Okay, and once again, if you haven't voted yet for the Maryland Theater Guide's Reader's Choice Awards, you can go to www.mdtheaterguide.com. And again, Everyman Theatre has quite a few awards coming their way with their nominations. We have Best Theater, Best Play for Heroes, Best Director of a Play, Best Performance by a Lead Actress in a Play, and many more. And there are many other nominees from other theaters that you can take a look at just by going to mdtheaterguide.com. Again, we are waiting for the Mayor of Baltimore to be joining us in this ceremony with the ribbon cutting ceremony. If you could just get another shot of the just gorgeous, gorgeous building. There it is, Everyman Theatre. All three of those beautiful banners showcasing some of the highlights from the past seasons. A lot of familiar faces on there. And just a reminder, just stay with us as the excitement builds as we come to the big moment that everybody is waiting for, the ribbon cutting ceremony with all sorts of wonderful Baltimore dignitaries, including our wonderful Mayor of Baltimore. Again, if you're just joining the Maryland Theater Guide's first live broadcast via live stream, we are awaiting the Mayor of Baltimore to help join us in the celebrations of the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new location of the Everyman Theatre here on West Fayette Street in Baltimore City. And if you are interested in joining the Everyman Theatre, you can find more about the Everyman Theatre on our website, of course, marylandtheaterguide.com, or by visiting everymantheatre.org. Be sure to stick around with us after the ribbon cutting ceremony for some interviews. We have a very special interview with somebody who is very integral in raising the money for this. This person literally raised millions of dollars to help make this happen, because this just doesn't happen for free, and this doesn't happen without the support of wonderful people.
Lucy.
I heard a rumor that the yellow submarine is coming up. Again, if you're just joining us, we will be having the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new location of the Everyman Theatre, located on Fayette Street. So just stick around with us. Baltimore School for the Arts is here to help celebrate the occasion. Okay, let's get back to our spot. I have a feeling things are going to get really exciting pretty soon. The Mayor of Baltimore has just arrived. There she is sitting down. A lot of work has gone into this, folks.
Thank you, Baltimore School for the Arts Brass Ensemble. Thank you, Mother Nature, for this beautiful morning. My name is Tresselt, and I am the Managing Director of Everyman Theatre. A little over a century ago, the building behind me opened its doors on Christmas Day 1911 as the Empire Theatre. Today, we are proud to be opening it once again to serve its original purpose, a live theater venue for the people of Baltimore. On behalf of the board, staff, and resident company of Everyman Theatre, I want to welcome you to the new Everyman Theatre. We are grateful to everyone who was part of this 6-year project. It took a village, and today we have the opportunity to thank them. The City of Baltimore and the State of Maryland for their munificent support and artistry in recapturing the glory of this magnificent building that was gifted to Everyman Theatre by the Bank of America and the Harold Dawson Trust in 2006. Our extraordinary architects, Cho Ben Holbeck and Associates, especially Diane Cho and Rima Nemec, for their thoughtful design that truly captures the spirit of Everyman. To our equally extraordinary general contractor, Lewis Contractors, especially Warren Miller, Maureen Bands, and our superintendent, Tab Kramer, who all executed the design beautifully. Our theater consultants, Theater Projects of New York and London, who helped us create a state-of-the-art, yet intimate theater space. Everyman Theatre's board of directors are among some of the most passionate and committed volunteers in Baltimore. Today, I would like to celebrate 2 of them. Our board president, Dr. E. Lee Robbins, for his commitment to this project and leadership. Lee, we are so grateful for your Herculean effort. And Mr. Vic Ramita, chair of our building committee, who lent this project a steady hand to see it through all the way to the end. Vic, thank you. We have a number of representatives from the state of Maryland here today who helped us get to this point, and I'd just like to celebrate a few of them. I'd like to thank Senator Verna Jones Rodwell. Right, the show must go on. Senator Jones Rodwell, thank you. Delegate Keith Haynes. Delegate Melvin Stoops and Delegate Kiefer Mitchell, thank you all for your championing and support of this project. We also are very fortunate to have a citation from U.S. Senator Barbara Mikulski's office, and what it says is, this certificate is presented occasion of the grand opening of the new Everyman Theatre in recognition of your vision to engage, inspire, and transform at this fabulous new venue. The best is yet to come, Barbara Mikulski. Thank you. Councilman Bill Cole is also here. Councilman Cole, thank you for making our move seamless and for your commitment and continued support. No one has made this project more of a priority than our esteemed mayor. Mayor Rawlings-Blake. Mayor Rawlings-Blake has been steadfastly supporting Everyman Theatre and our move downtown from the very beginning. She is committed to the revitalization of this neighborhood, and we are fortunate to be a keystone in the Bromo Tower Arts and Entertainment District. She truly values the economic impact of the arts to this city, and it is my honor to introduce you to Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake, Madam Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you, Ian, for the kind introduction, and I want to thank Ian and Vincent and all of the board members of Everyman Theatre for inviting me to speak with you today. I do feel like I need to pinch myself that this is really happening. I'm so excited and eager to look inside. I remember what it looked like when we came to do, what was it, the groundbreaking. I take a note. I have a journal that I keep the incidents where I feel like I've been exposed to asbestos. So there's enough to go around if it ever, make sure all the responsible parties are hit. That was one of those days. It was, you had to be a visionary to believe that this could be what it is today. And I'm just so proud to be here. So on behalf of the people of Baltimore, I want to congratulate Everyman for taking this tremendous step forward. I'm pleased to be here with Delegate Keith Haynes, with Councilman Bill Cole, Senator Verna Jones-Rodwell, with Michelle Brown, who's here on behalf of Senator Mikulski. Now, this project has received support from every level of government, as it should. And I also want to thank Bill Gilmore and his staff from Baltimore Office of Promotion and Art for their efforts to help make today's event possible, and their efforts to strengthen our arts community each and every day throughout the year. So as I mentioned, I was very proud to join everyone for the groundbreaking in 2011. This has been an incredible transformation. Everyone's moved to the Town Theater is a momentous occasion for the Baltimore arts community, and it builds on the progress we've already seen here in the West Side. With the support of our residents, the city was proud to support this cultural project with $1.8 million in city bonds. And we know that our investment in Everyman will allow the theater not only to flourish in Baltimore's blossoming West Side, but it also allows you to expand the work that you do with the school children, introducing them to the beauty and the excitement of the stage. For years to come, this new Everyman Theatre will yet be another example of progress that's being made on the West Side. I don't know if Dr. Perman is here, but if there are any representatives from University of Maryland at Baltimore, I want to thank them as well. Without their partnership and the leadership of Dr. Perman, this partnership couldn't exist. This partnership that is really transforming the West Side, and I'm just pleased that Everyman is a part of making the West Side come alive in a way that we know it really can. As we continue our efforts to grow Baltimore by 10,000 families in the next 10 years, it's projects like this that will help us reach our goal. Everyman's Theater's move is a large part of making the superblock development that we've been working on a success as well. We need anchors like Everyman to continue the momentum of the West Side. It makes our neighborhood stronger, more attractive for residents and businesses. And as you know, for decades, Everyman has brought regional and national attention to Baltimore's growing theater community. And with this new location, Everyman will be allowed to further improve Baltimore's reputation as one of the country's most creative cities. Thank you for your commitment to Baltimore's culture and to our growth. I look forward to attending many opening nights right here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In its last iteration, this building was the Town Theatre. Ironically, it closed in 1990. The same year, the next person I'm going to introduce founded Everyman Theatre in Baltimore. As he says, it was just waiting for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind Everyman Theatre, founding artistic director, Vincent Lancisi.
As I stand here in front of this great edifice, I see a monument, a palace once known as the Palace Theatre, later to become the Town Theatre, built on the foundations of the original Empire Theatre, a live vaudeville house. Just look at the top of the facade to find the E, etched originally for Empire Theatre, now for Everyman. This monument will celebrate live performance once again, more than 100 years after its first opening. As you gaze at the front of this splendid theater, you'll see the actors on the banners who have appeared at Everyman in the past. This is a theater that celebrates the actor, and it is actors who call audiences to its doors. They call audiences from every walk of life to come be entertained and sometimes enlightened. They ask us to come hear stories of our lives, the lives of the more fortunate, less fortunate, from near and far, and from the times of the ancient Greek civilizations to today. All are invited, all are welcome to come inside and congregate. Come downtown to see a play together. Have a drink with one another. Grab a bite and some culture. Laugh, cry, and be amazed at what's on stage. Hold a mirror up to nature and see what you see. Have a conversation as a community with the actors. Laugh, cry, clap, applaud, gasp, guffaw, participate. For here lies Everyman Theatre, ready and soon to be open for business. There are far too many people to thank now for the long road that led us to this day. Artists who worked for pennies in the early days to be thanked. Dozens of board members who have governed, contributed, and volunteered their stewardship of this organization need to be thanked. Hundreds, nay thousands of donors throughout the years who have supported and invested in my vision and our theater need to be thanked. The great foundations of this city who have bestowed their thoughtful philanthropy on Everyman need to be thanked. The corporations who sponsor, the government who grants, and downtown neighborhood organizations who have welcomed us with open arms need to be thanked. Madam Mayor, you and your incredible administration have moved mountains, paving the way for our arrival here today. You need to be thanked. 20 years ago, I graduated with my master's degree in directing from the Catholic University of America, packed my bags and headed to Baltimore to found Everyman Theatre. With little more than vision and a whole lot of chutzpah, I set out to start the first small professional theater dedicated to a resident company of actors from the region. We started homeless for 4 years, moving from space to space. We found a compassionate landlord on Charles Street who let us rent space for a song. 18 years later, we have this glorious new home thanks to the generosity of and the vision of Bank of America and the Harold A. Dawson Trust and one fabulous Bill Couper. Everyman has matured from a storefront theater in a former bowling alley to this magnificent structure worthy of an established repertory company. I feel honored to call it home. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce to you two people who I can honestly say, without their incredible efforts, amazing generosity, endless hours of hard work, this building would never have happened. Our Capital Cocaine co-chairs, Gina and Dan Hirschhorn.
Thanks, Vinny, so much. There are a lot of people that Gina and I would like to thank who helped us reach this day. Everyman's new home is a testament to the importance many have placed on the role of the performing arts in our community. This was a true communal effort, the Capital Campaign, supported by 622 individual donors and 47 corporation and foundation funders. However, if I may take a moment, I'd like to particularly thank our largest contributors, whose gifts were instrumental in enabling us to raise over $18 million. Bank of America and the Howard A. Dawson Trust, the City of Baltimore, the Franz Marek Foundation, the State of Maryland, the Able Foundation, Jane and Worth Daniels, and the David and Barbara B. Hirschhorn Foundation.
We'd also like to recognize the invaluable assistance and advice that we have received from several special friends and our new downtown neighbors. Baltimore Development Corporation, Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, the Hippodrome and Jeff Daniel, Maryland Citizens for the Arts and Doug Mann, Nationwide Insurance, Mark Sisman, Southern Management and David Hillman, University of Maryland, Westside Renaissance, and Ron Kreitner. Thank you all. And now I'd like to welcome, I'm thrilled to welcome to the podium my former colleague, retired Mid-Atlantic Bank of America President, and our Capital Campaign honorary co-chair, Bill Couper.
Well, thank you, Dan and Gina. A dozen years ago, some colleagues in the Bank of America Community Development Bank came to me with an idea about a role that Bank of America could play in the redevelopment of the West Side. That ultimately grew into some financing for the Hippodrome and, in partnership with the Dawson companies, the redevelopment of the block that's immediately behind me. Just as we were winding up Center Point, a friend of mine who was scouting for the Everyman Theatre came to me and wanted to talk about the town theater. It was one of those perfect moments in life. I can't think of anything quite like it. And that has brought us to the journey, started the journey that's brought us to today. I couldn't be more proud of the role that my company played in all of this. Donating the structure, and okay, we charged $1 for it, and as the mayor described, we may have overcharged. But our teammate, Gina Hirschhorn, and her husband, Dan, what a success in a challenging economic environment. And once again, our teammates in the Community Development Bank arranged the tax credit financing that was a key piece of the puzzle. But we are thrilled that Vinny and Ian and the whole Everyman family have made it so much more. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to Baltimore on a tremendous addition to its cultural assets. And thank you very much. Ian, back to you.
Okay, so now we have to do some photo opportunities. So I would like to invite our elected officials, Madam Mayor, Gina and Dan Hirschhorn, Bill, Vinny, back up to do some photos at the ribbon with the scissors before we actually cut the ribbon. And then I want to invite everyone, after the ribbon is cut, to come inside and take a look at the new Everyman Theatre. So bear with us for just a moment as we do this. We could probably have some music.
Hold on one moment. Ma'am?
countdown. You want to start 5? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One more time.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What a wonderful moment for Everyman Theatre and for Baltimore. The ribbon has been cut. Stay with us. We have some interviews coming up in just a moment. In the meantime, let's go ahead and listen to some of the Baltimore School for the Arts.
Come on inside.
We're done. No more pictures, right? That was the picture you were talking
Yeah.
about? Okay.
I didn't know how it was going to go down, but that's how it went down, so that was good.
If you want more pictures after this.
Okay, stick around with us. We have an interview with one of the people that has made this possible.
Okay, one down.
Should I go get her?
Quite a few to go.
We're ready.
She is.
Okay.
Great job.
Hello, hi, we're live. I'm Mark Beachy with the Maryland Theater Guide, and I understand that you had quite a job on your hands to raise funds. Can you tell us a little bit about all the hard work that you have done? But first, let everybody know your name.
Hi, I'm Gina Hirschhorn. And yes, this is a very exciting moment. It has been a tremendous effort over the last 6 or more years, quite frankly. And it really has been a collective effort. We are so lucky to have a community like Baltimore that supports the arts and theater and the West Side, that it's remarkable through, some very challenging economic times that we were able to continue to engage and broaden the awareness and really garner what it took to get here today.
I really admire how much money you raised. Can you tell us again how much money you helped to raise?
We have raised over $18 million.
I have a hard time raising $18, let alone $18 million. Any other people that you would wish to thank?
Oh, well, there are so many. I don't even know where to begin. But really, Baltimore City and Baltimore State were tremendous. The local foundations and corporations and individuals, it really was an amalgamation of supporters. So it's been fabulous. And of course, I can't forget to thank Bank of America where I work. And I'm so proud to work for a company that has committed to Everyman over the years, not just with the donation of the building, but its continued support for the theater and also primarily for its educational outreach programs, which are so important to me and to this city.
It really is amazing what you're doing, especially in these tough economic times, to be able to raise that money. And it makes me feel good that even though in these tough economic times, we are still able to support the arts, because without the arts, where are we as a society?
It's really the fabric of our community and kind of a stabilizing force of our old neighborhood, of our new neighborhood. And we are lucky that this community continued to support through some tough times.
Well, thank you once again. Thank you very much. Okay, the tour continues. All right, let's go ahead and walk through these doors here. You might want to be interested in this. You won't be able to get this at home, but there are donuts in there and coffee. Delicious. But unfortunately, I can't take a stop right now. So here we are, walking through the lobby of the Everyman Theatre. One thing I would like you to see is up on the wall here, we have the resident acting company of Everyman Theatre. You'll notice quite a few. Just step around here. Vivian Shub, Beth Hilton. Beth Hilton is up for Best Actress with the Maryland Theater Guide's Reader's Choice Awards. Bruce Randolph Nelson, he's also nominated with the Maryland Theater Guide. Such a marvelous amount of actors here. Okay, here we go. Now, this theater is just a little bit larger than their other theater. Let's see. We're just going to make our way right up the stairs. Okay. They're getting ready to open one of their plays. You can get a sneak peek at the set. What a gorgeous, gorgeous theater. It is taking people's breath away. Do you have time for an interview? Yes. Hey, David, right over here. I heard your reaction to this theater, and what was it again?
It's great. I really like it. I remember when it was the Town Theater, I believe. I used to come to the movies here, but y'all did a spectacular job at redoing it. Everything looks up to date.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Everybody, including this manager, is just in awe of just how beautiful this theater. It's not too big, and it's not too small. Okay, let's go ahead and walk down. Excuse me.